Heard about her? Well, I think it was a controversy story, and we are going to dive right into that. But before that, let's welcome Elena Musangi in the building, who is also Miss Global Kenya.
Karibu sana.
Karibu.
I'm like, is it Eleanor?
Oh, Elena.
Eleanor.
Yeah.
Am I Eleno?
Oh, Eleanor.
I'm like, yeah. Unajua nataka kusaidia Wakenya huku hivi nje. Yote sasa unakuita wana pronounce venye wanajua. How do you pronounce your name
though? It's actually the first one. It's
Eleanor.
Yeah.
Or they need to twang it.
Yeah.
Mtu wangu funga mapua pinch hapa. Then pronounce the name.
Eleanor. But you can say
Eleanor.
Ella, right?
Yeah, Ella. I prefer Ella because it's more easier to people to pronounce it.
Yeah.
But that's true.
Yeah.
Ella. Acha tukaacha nibaki kwa Ella. Niseme Eleanor hapa hivi nitatoka huku nikiwa na homa jamani.
Alright.
Welcome to our show.
Asante.
Tumefurahi kukuona. And you're super tall. How tall are
Oh my
you?
God.
I'm 5'11".
5'11".
Yeah, without heels.
Without heels. How tall are you?
Niko like inakaribia 6 na how long?
Like Neo.
Zinakaribiana.
It's 5'11" and then 6.
You're almost 6.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
My mom was actually 6 feet tall.
Wow.
So I thought, like, my God, but you are slender, so it looks really taller. Because my mom was a little bit built.
You get that a lot though?
Yeah. I think it's the most compliment that I get. You're tall. So now I'm used
But
to
you're
it.
gorgeously tall.
Thank you.
Is it
Gorgeously
hard
tall.
finding a boyfriend?
Of course.
Yeah?
Yeah, with
You
my
need
height.
to, unaangalia
Yeah, because
I know
I know
is your height.
taller?
Yeah, or shorter.
mostly it's hard to get taller guys, but most shorter guys get intimidated with my height. But me, I'm cool with any man as long as you know you have no issue with my height and you respect that I love wearing heels. We'll get along.
Yeah.
But let me just ask, you know, this is just for fun. Have you ever dated someone who was like shorter and they had a problem with your heels? With you
Many
wearing
times.
heels, and maybe they tried to tell you you need to
to
stop
buy
wearing
heels.
heels.
Yeah,
You
that
know?
kind of stuff, you
Yeah.
know, especially for short guys. So me always tell a short guy, if you're dating, if you're willing to buy the flat shoes, fine, I'll wear them.
Oh
But
my,
well.
yeah.
So you're always in heels?
Yeah, most of the time.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
think
very
you're
comfortable and I love wearing heels.
Okay.
yeah.
Ah, you do you girl. I'm telling you, mwenye akona shida jipange. Huyo si wako by the way. Wako
Sisi tunavanga
atakuwa
tuna
sawa.
bully creep. Lakini ni sawa.
Unavana watembea hivi kama itwaje tausi.
Yeah.
Hi, but karibu sana. Just to start off, maybe for the guys who are seeing you for the very first time, you know, already decided to shongelelea zile vitu watu watauliza. Now that they know, tell us who's Eleanor.
Eleanor is a fashion model, currently Miss Global Kenya 2021.
Congrats on that.
Thank you. I'm an entrepreneur. I've ventured in beauty, fashion, and marketing, and I'm also a single mom to a beautiful 6-year-old daughter.
Oh my God. But you're very passionate about fashion. Was it always like that, or is it something you grew up looking at your parents doing or playing with makeup? How did you start the love for fashion?
I was actually inspired by my mom.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a very neat and tidy lady, and you know, when she does her makeup, there's a certain way she would come out looking like. So I always wanted to be like that. And then of course having to grow around with dolls. My dad used to buy us a lot of dolls. And then as I continued to grow, I was watching shows like America's Next Top Model from Tyra. I was inspired. Oh, so how I look like is something that can actually make me get something when I go to the world and make me noticeable. So that's why I developed interest in fashion. Yeah.
When was the first time you walked a runway?
Back in it was immediately after high school. So this was in 2013. Yeah.
And how was it? How was the experience?
Did you trip? No?
No, I didn't trip. I was actually very confident because most people, the first thing when they meet me, they always ask, are you a model? So I think it's more of inborn because I'm very confident in the camera when it comes to what I'm doing, especially in modeling. So, yeah.
But growing up, coming from all the way uko kwetu, Kitui, and kwetu ni Machakos, but the fact that, I mean, where, but the fact that when in Mkamba, you know, coming from those sides of, you know, unajua vile Kitui kuko, hata maji hakuna, how, like, uli convince aje your parents, like, this is what I want to do, and basically, because how do you tell your parent, university, lakini pia nataka kuventure into this other passion that I have?
My dad is very open-minded to the world. He's actually who encouraged me to pursue modeling. My dad is one of those people, he doesn't believe in girls having to shave off their hair. Like he used to tell us, your hair is your beauty, and you know, at times he would even accompany us to the salon. So he's actually the one who pushed me. Even when he sees agencies, he would come and tell me, baby, I think you should apply on this and try this out. Yeah, so I have very supportive parents in this field.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how has the journey been so far? You know, you in the modeling industry, because there are a couple of other, you know, there are so many models nowadays, and there's a difference between what you guys do and anitangwa Instagram models.
Yeah.
Sijaielewa by the Instagram models, but kuna hao na kuna now you guys, you know, you guys who go for the beauty pageants and you guys, you go walk runways and all that. So how's the journey been? And what are some of the challenges maybe you faced along the way?
Okay, for me, the journey has been incredible in terms of especially owning what you want to do. Because one of the mistakes that models make, just because you can pose in front of the camera does not make you a model. Like when you come to this field, you need to understand what is the long vision for me? What am I here to do in the long run? And so you see a lot of people, when they don't come on board with that, they get lost easily. Because, you know, photos and maybe a bit of publicity will not take you far if you're not doing something significant on the ground, something that is actually making a social impact in the community. Yeah, so for me, to be quite honest, since I set out on what to do, I no longer let people push me around, and I went for exactly what I want. For me, the journey has been worthwhile.
Wow. And speaking about communities, let's talk about the social media fraternity, because the first time we saw you, whether pleasant or rude introduction to you, was when you came out and gave your support for Jowie and said you were the girlfriend and you guys had a child together, and the child was also incorporated in Jowie Irongo's video Nishikilie. Was it Nishikilie?
Yeah.
Yeah, like tuambie tu what really happened. Like, is he the father? Because first people are saying, si alikuwa na huyu. How come then?
No, Jowie Rungu is not the biological father to my kid. Yeah. And on that matter, I really wish not to address it.
Okay.
But all I can say that we are no longer together, and my life goes on. I believe his life goes on as well. So I would rather focus on what I'm doing now.
But did that sort of help you propel your career? Or because people now got to know who Elena Musangi was?
To be honest, no.
No?
No, because I was already succeeding as a model. So pretty much, whether that gave me whatever publicity I got out of it, I don't think it's really going to affect, or maybe would have affected my career in any sort of way.
Okay, great.
And I'll just ask this: what lesson did you learn, or what's that one thing una feel that season of your life? You know, of course, najua it was heated on social media. Everyone had an opinion. Then, you know, this gorgeous, beautiful model is over here. Amepia amengizwa kwa mix pia ndio you. What have you learned?
To stay true to myself. People always have opinion about you. Doesn't matter whether you're doing something good or not.
That's true.
Yeah. And it also made me appreciate I have a value in something that people can actually talk about. But what I really especially what I really got to learn out of this was the inspiration on the kind of people that tried to reach me out to have a better relationship with God, which for me I would pursue day or night. Anything that deals with helping anyone to have a better relationship with God, it's something that I would advocate for.
Is this your first crown, like that you've
No, this is not my first crown. It's actually my second crown. My first crown, I got it as Miss Malindi 2017.
And then now this one. But talk to us about Miss Global, because I honestly didn't know there was such a pageant until I was reading your biography. I was like, okay, what is this Miss? Talk to us about it.
So Miss Global is a very unique beauty pageant. It's the only beauty pageant so far that embraces single women who are single mothers in beauty pageants. Most beauty pageants, because most people ask me, why haven't you tried Miss Kenya or Miss Universe and all these other beauty pageants? Yeah, I have a child. And for me, the true uniqueness of Miss Global, it accepts single moms. And this is something which I'm championing for also on a global platform. We should have more inclusivity of them. Like, if Mother Nature has given you an opportunity to become a mother, then why should any other don't say no to you? And to be very honest, I don't think modeling is that complicated of a career that would make one to get turned away because of a child. Of course, there are concerns why they would say that. Because as a mother, I believe especially the first 4 years are very important for a mother and a kid to be together. But I think it's something they should also get to look more into, especially with, you know, the emerging trends of how the world is moving forward right now. As in, for me, I feel it's something outdated, and this is something that I would really want to champion for and see it changed in most pageants.
So far from the local here, before you go global, have you tried to tell those?
Yeah, I have, but you know, everybody says, oh, you know, these are not our rules. We found it like this. There's very little that you can do. But I believe on a global platform, the more audience this gets, more people will want to get a better look at it, because no one addresses it. That is actually the problem. No one addresses it.
But I do believe in, you know, as long as you can get the work done, it doesn't matter whether I'm a mom or not. You get, as long as you can get the work done. So I feel like it's kind of like unfair for you guys just because you have a mom. But let's talk about the, you know, the pros of you being a mom and you're a model. How is it?
I love it. Yes.
How do you get to balance? Like, does it get crazy sometimes? You're supposed to go maybe do something, or you're trying to rehearse in the house, then your baby is over there, pia anafanya mambo zenye unafanya. How is it? Like, how's the experience of being a single mom yet a model?
I think for me, one of the grace that came about being a single mom, it's like, you know, God gave me my own mini little best friend. So my daughter is always very supportive, and plus she's a daughter, we get to bond a lot. And she's invested in, you know, mommy, what are you doing and what can I do and such things. And plus I also inspire her. My daughter is very creative, inspires her to be more creative. And also, of course, there's a delicate balance, because sometimes I have to be away, but I appreciate now that she's a bit grown, and especially if we are far, we can always video call and she can see what I'm doing. But for me, honestly, I'm enjoying it. This is something that, because I always wanted to be a mom one day, one time. But now I'm pursuing my dream, and also being a mother. For me, it's one of the best feelings in the world.
But and speaking about also Miss Global, you're supposed to travel to Bali.
Yes, I will be traveling to Indonesia at the end of the month in August. I'll be there for 2 weeks, and I'm confident.
What exactly is happening?
Okay. Different contestants from all over the world will gather there, and you know, everybody will give it their best shot.
So do you have to be a single mom to be in Miss
Mostly
Global?
they don't give the criteria. You don't need to be a single mom, but mostly they highlight the single moms to be part of the project.
Is it like a mom kind of pageant?
Not really.
Oh,
not really.
okay.
It's
So
just
anything
that they have
goes.
inclusivity.
I think that's a good. That's a good. It's a good thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we still have Ella in the building, so kindly send in your questions to 111 We're gonna take a very short commercial break. When we come back, we are diving into every question that you guys are gonna ask. So let's go a little bit. We'll be right back. Welcome back. If you just joined, karibu sana. Let me sample some of your feedback from our Facebook page. Evans Kimson anasema she's beautiful. I'm Triple B, an artist from Isiolo. Please support us YouTube. And then pale YouTube msupport follower wetu hapa. Steve Omuli anasema congratulations Miss Global Kenya 2021. Elena Eva Mutu anasema congratulations my high school mate. Jane anasema waiting. Love you girls. Nana dope mami. Asante sana. And then Gidhua Koine wa Kamacharia anasema pamoja. Evans pia anasema she's very beautiful. Lakini sawa. Tutawaulizia hiyo swali. Najua nini mnataka kuuliza, but do you have any feedback on our SMS line?
Yes, I'm seeing you guys. Kuna huyu anasema, hi guys, I'm Magdalene. Tell Eleanor I really look up to her and I really love her. Umi anasema, hello, I'm Wilson. Hope you're fine. Tell that lady I have a talent of talking like a lady, but I don't have person to show me the way. Kumodel inahitaji mtu akona talent ya kuongea.
Lazima, you have to be very...
Anasema she can talk like a lady, but she doesn't. Okay, ajacha jina. AY anasema, she keeps representing us as Miss Global Kenya. Congrats to her. The show is lit. Keep the motivation going. Umi anasema, hey ladies, Lindsay designer from Nanyuki, just tuned in the show. Kush Tracy, you have some dope looking nails. Asante. Miss Eleanor, she is one rare queen. I'm seeing hey, it's Faith Mudeu. I want to ask if Eleanor can help me get in the modeling industry. And then there's mwingine anasema, wow, hey beautiful ladies, you look so good. Maggie and she tuning in from Kasarani Mwiki. The guest is so inspiring. Keep up, Eleanor. And let me see someone else. Nyo wengine nitawasoma baadaye. Msiwai tans. Msiwai. Hawa ni wale wase wetu wa party girls. Kwanza hapa kuna moja amesema mimi ni party girl na anafurahia.
Labda Ella.
She likes it.
Ella, you a party girl? Do you party?
I think I'm in between.
Yeah.
I'm more of, I have a relationship with God and I live life.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, but now let's get back to the fans when you wanauliza hivi how they can get into the modeling industry in case you know, what can you give them a few pointers hapa kule?
Yeah, especially the first one. And this is where most models miss it. You know, you get in the industry because you saw some nice looking photos of a person and you think, this is where I'm going. Or you think all the money is found there. Like, write your own plan. What do you want to do in the long run? You know, because even when the lights go out, if you're a model, once a model, always a model. That's what I believe in. You know, also come, if you get a good agency or agent, highlight with them what you would like to do in the long run, because people are different. Like you find when it comes to maybe depending on someone's physique and height and walk, people are very different. So you really have to find a good agent that understands you as a person first, before they can turn or make you into a model.
Yeah. But let's talk about the social impact that you have here. What is it looking like?
So I have a social impact project that's called Gift a Child.
Yeah.
I have been doing this personally with a few of my friends, whereby I go and feed children in the community, needy children, especially from vulnerable backgrounds and marginalized areas. But basically where I see a needy kid, I want to help them, and especially in terms of giving them food. For me, it's a very personal project or mission that I've been doing. One, because I've been a single mom who struggled, and by the grace of God, I've been able to make it. And two, when I look at my own child, I would not want to continue to live in a society where kids are suffering and we have an opportunity to help them, especially in terms of feeding them. And let's not just look at the maybe bigger picture, like, you know, some people are so afraid to help because you say, I may not have something to give them for a lifetime, but you have something to give them for the day. So actually my mantra for Gift a Child is to help raise support to feed children for their day-to-day needs. You know, what can you just do for that particular day? And this is something that I would want to continue to champion and to see, you know, better change in terms of the lives of children, and as well also to inspire single moms who have low incomes.
Yeah, so what can we do as Kenyans and the general public to help? What can we do to help what you're championing for?
I would like to invite the general public on board, both corporates and even personal sponsors. You know, whatever someone can come in to do and support Miss Global, because I also have my own expenses that I'll be going to be able to prepare me fully for this, and I also want help to be able to feed these children. So whoever might be interested, feel free to reach out to Miss Global Kenya, and we'll be able to discuss further on what we can do. Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's it's an amazing and a beautiful, you know, initiative that you have going on.
Thank you.
And I think even Kenyans say wako tu like, unajua, hakuna like somewhere guys can donate. Hata kama mtu ana mingi, unajua, like maybe you have a number that's running, guys can send in something. Or because mtu anaweza kwa kiwachi vyako tu like, hey, I think I can do something. Hata kasi mingi 50 bob yangu inaweza nunua mkate ya kulisha mtoto asubuhi. Unajua, do you have something like that? Ama they have to like directly contact you?
Personally, I prefer they directly contact me. For now, we've not set up like any particular number, but in future, we have a page running for Miss Global Kenya, and we have also have a page for Gift a Child. So if they can reach out, or even through my personal number, it's okay. I'll direct them to someone. All right.
Yes.
All right. My number is
Patia wa Kenya number, and you're single.
You know, don't text me for funny things. I'm single for now, and I'm not searching. So 0796 827.
Your camera is there.
Okay.
Yes.
0796 827 333.
Yeah.
I think this is the first someone has given out
their number. Yes.
On air.
Yeah.
Wow, ngoja nakwambia expect calls.
Ngoja zimeanza.
Sasa watu wako kwa app wanatuachia kwa app wako rewind, let me get the number.
Alafu haizi rewind, you know, because it's live. On app.
No,
kwa app you can. don't
app you
think so.
can.
Maybe when it's done. Really? Okay, I don't know.
I don't even
Oh,
know.
you
I'm even
actually
confused
can
at this
kwa app.
point.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
can
wow.
like go
it's
back home
whichever.
and miss.
It's 50-50. Of course, you'll get annoying and nagging people, but you'll also find some genuine people who would be willing to hold my hand to be able to do this for my to the society and also for me. So why not?
You're
Give
doing
it,
a beautiful job, Elena.
Thank you.
Lakini wacha tucheze mchezo kidogo, tujue kunaendaje kabla mwanze kupiga hizo masimu. It's time for Game Sports.
All right.
Today we are playing a different game, very different from what we normally do. We are doing personality test questions. So I ask you a question, you answer, all right? So it's the first one, acha kusha ende, so that our guests can get the hang of it. Now, if you could have superpowers, would you use it for good or for evil?
Duh. Good. Duh.
Elena?
Good, of course.
Yeah.
But I always believe everyone has an evil bit
Side.
to them, because you have to be very mature to recognize that we all have some toxic traits. So I think also for me, I'll do good, but also evil. Sometimes nataka kulipisha kisasi. Anyway, the second one, if the average human lifespan was 40 years, how would you live your life differently?
Yeah, there are choices I think I probably should not have made.
Yeah.
You know, we are here, so we learn.
Yeah. Hekush?
Wow. 40. So sasa ningekuwa nimebakisha miaka 13.
Only.
I would have just done a whole switch up thing in my life, man. Mngeshanga what happened. Like ile 100, like ile 110% sure. The very different kush. Sasa bado na netoje kulegea legea
Unaona tuko na time.
Yani sasa tu niko na jokes mingi, but yeah, it would have been 110%.
Yeah, me too. I think I'll just live to the fullest. Like no hindrances, no feeling some type of way. I just live it to the fullest. Anyway, the third one. Do you think crying is a sign of weakness or strength?
Strength.
Why?
Because you're able to express your emotions where words cannot speak.
That's true.
Strength, because you're human. It means you have emotions, you feel, you understand. You know, it's a different thing to feel and to understand. Unaweza feel machungu, ulie. Lakini do you understand why you're crying? It's because that thing meant something to you. Physically, emotionally, mentally. Yeah.
I think it's also a sign of strength, because so many people, you put yourself in a vulnerable position to show the world or people around you why you're crying. So it's no small feat. The fourth one, for people like me who like to cry, would you rather be able to eat as much as you want with no weight gain or require only hours of sleep a day? Where would you rather be able to eat as much as you want with no weight gain, tukona model hapa, or require only hours of sleep a day? Which one would you rather?
Eat as much as I can, like, or eat.
Usingizi tutapambana nayo vile inakam.
I'd
really want to eat because I'd just eat for fun.
Yeah.
Ingekuwa hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mimi, I have insomnia for days, so sleep. I'll go with sleep. I wish I could sleep as you know, as many hours as my kids sleep, or my husband. My husband, when he decides it's sleeping, and nothing will deter him. Me, I won't sleep. If you had to choose to live without one of your 5 senses, which one would you give up?
Kuna hearing,
smelling,
seeing, tasting.
Yeah.
Hiyo ingine ni gani? Feel ni touch.
Yeah, touch, yes, physical touch.
Kumbe ni biology.
Yeah.
Hey, you're good.
Yeah.
Biology, trust me, ilikuwa kipindi. I think hiyo ni ngumu. Napenda food, so siwezi toya kukula. Because what's the whole point of eating?
Yeah.
I like seeing because ni tujue kwenye unaelekea.
Yeah.
Smell.
So you'll not be able to smell good or bad. Ukipewa pupu unakula.
Anna,
I'll smell?
I still have taste.
Okay.
So, and I have sight. So you can't give me poop. I'll be able to see. I think I'll give up smell.
Yeah?
Because I don't really, I'd trust,
feel?
I think I'd want feel. Because, you know, if you're with someone that you love, imagine unashika mseni usiki kitu.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Like, hata uko na mtoi huwezi feel anything ukimshika. So I think I'd go with smell.
Yeah?
Cause nile
I'm
tu utajua
confused.
harufu mbaya na harufu. Hata ukipita kwa sewage mtu wangu uko sawa.
Elena,
you
wewe
ain't
gani?
smelling. What would you give up?
To be honest, I don't know. Like
Mbona
Umechanganikiwa.
na feel unalini side yangu, side ya smell.
taste.
Uta give up
Huwezi taka
taste.
Anyway, before imagine time inaisha, but before tufunge mi yangu sijui.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have to think about
na
it.
sijui.
Tuambie
Yeah,
social media handles, watu wakupate wapi?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Elena Musangi or Mikabella. Pretty much on Facebook is the same, Elena Musangi, and even on Twitter, Elena Musangi.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you guys
through.
for hosting me. I appreciate
You
it.
know, we wish you all the best. Tunatumai utende ushinde urudi utulete good news because Kenyans are going to support. Do people vote or anything?
Yeah, there'll be a section for voting at that time.
Oh, that time.
Yeah.
So at Soko for social media, then they'll get to know.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
And of course, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We love you so much. Natuachi Ivo Sky Girls playlist is up next. For now, enjoy the rest of your viewing. See you tomorrow.